There is a man standing alone in the dark of a stolen ship, and he is waiting to be killed. He has sent his student away. His blade is still in his hand, and he is making no attempt to hide. Somewhere ahead of him, in that dark, is a man he cannot see, and the archive keeps what he says to him. I know you're here. I've already sent the boy. My role in this eternal dance has come to an end. I do not belong here. I welcome death at your hand. Make this a fitting finale. I am Cephalon Vestige. He does not belong here because he is not from here. He came back through 20 years to find one man, and the man he is asking for the blade is the father of the boy he raised. That boy has a brother. The brother has a teacher too, and she wants very different things. This file is about the two sons at the middle of it. Start with what they are, because it is the strangest fact in this archive. Every Warframe on this shelf began as somebody. A decorated soldier. Somebody's volunteer, the record says, or not. A person, taken and polluted and rebuilt into armor that still has them inside it. This archive has already told you that. Search these two against that sentence, and the sentence will not close. They were not made from a person. They were born. Their mother was a woman called Jade. Their father was a man called Soren, who you know by a colder name. When the Empire learned she was carrying, an executor named Ballas took them both and made them into Warframes as a sentence. That story already has a file of its own on this shelf, and I am not going to retell it here. One detail from it matters now. She was already converted, and she was still pregnant, and she held onto her own mind for as long as it took. She spent everything she had on that. The record says she gave birth and did not survive it, and that what she left behind was a living child. So read the sequence again, slowly. His mother was a Warframe before he existed. Whatever a Warframe is, he did not become one. He arrived as one. There was never a human life in him for anybody to take away, and the archive can find no other entry like it. His father carried him out through a corpus fleet with one arm and did not stop until they were somewhere quiet. Then, above Lua, he did the ordinary thing that ordinary fathers do. He picked a name out of the sky. 2 names were possible that night. Sirius, her star, the brightest thing in a human sky. Orion, his, a hunter drawn in cold points. He said one of them out loud, and the other one he only thought. The archive would like to tell you that the unsaid name simply went nowhere. It did not. What happened to it was explained later by a sentient named Hunhow, who was standing close enough to watch, and his phrasing is preserved. Your choice of a name was simple from your beating heart. But the void, our enemy, nursed and nurtured the unchosen name, forging a rival path, a second son. A second son, not an idea of one, not a might have been. 20 years later, 2 grown men came back down the timeline into the present day, wearing one name each, to take their father away with them. Hunhow described their route in one line about a river, and about learning to swim up it. The alloys in their ships were dated 2 decades ahead. They were real, and they had been trying to kill each other every day of their lives. Here the record does something I have to show you, rather than summarize. It keeps 2 accounts of the moment they arrived, and they contradict each other. In the first, the father had chosen Sirius, and it is the woman, Vena, who does the sneering. This is what we traveled back for. This write-off is your father? Very well. Let us show him what a mistake it was to choose Sirius. In the second, he had chosen Orion, and the contempt is hers again, pointed the other way. She tells the boy his own father does not recognize him, and she invites the man to come and find them, Daddy dearest. And the swordsman, patient, is the one making excuses for a father who picked the wrong son. He will come round eventually, Ryoku says, even if he chose the other, even if he chose Orion. 2 arrivals, 2 mistakes. The archive holds both and does not rank them, because the thing that built the second sun does not work in one direction only. Only one detail survives in every version, and both brothers say it in nearly the same words. They are locked in a conflict neither of them started, held there by something both describe the same way, as a force they can feel and cannot see. Slaughtering each other, they say over and over. Hunhow, who has seen most things, called the whole arrangement a fell comedy staged for whatever it is that lives down there, and said he could almost hear it laughing. Now, somebody raised these men. 2 somebodies, and they are the most unsettling thing in this file, because neither of them is a monster, and both of them are doing harm. Sirius was raised by a swordsman called Ryoku, who carries the traits of Ash, and who fights by not being seen. He is the man from the opening of this file, the one asking to be killed. Listen to how he describes finding a child in a ruined future. The fiercest strike is the one unseen. I was not looking for an apprentice when I found the boy. It was a sign to secure the future. One final death will pay for all. Read that again and notice what he has admitted. He did not find a child and take him in. He found a sign. The boy is a payment, and the death that will pay for all is never named, not once, in anything he says afterward. Orion was raised by a woman called Vena, who carries Garuda's traits, and who wants no such tidy language. She introduces herself to the Stalker mid-fight as his future daughter-in-law. Her own account of what she and Orion are to each other is on file, and it is not sentimental. They pulse from the same vein, she says. She talks about drowning cold revenge in a hot rain of fury, and about dancing with the corpses afterward, and there is no sign anywhere that she is speaking figuratively. 2 mentors, then. One who calls it duty, and one who calls it appetite, both steering a boy at his brother. And behind them, the thing neither will discuss. Hunhow went looking through their ships for what future they came from, and what he found, he said flatly, once and never expanded. You must understand, this future is doomed. The Tenno made sure of that. No entry in this archive explains that sentence. I have looked. So the father went hunting his son's teachers, and here the file closes its own opening. He cornered the woman first, or the swordsman first, depending again on which version you are reading. Vena fought him and enjoyed it. Ryoku did not fight him at all. He sent his student away down the corridor, stood still in the dark, and asked the boy's father for a clean ending, which he did not get. Both mentors were left alive and restrained. That was the point. Because the plan was never to win. Hunhow wanted the brothers in one room without the 2 adults who had spent 20 years aiming them, and to get that, he needed a father free to move, and an infant somewhere safe. So he went and woke another father. Umbra who lost a son of his own long ago and has never once been allowed to forget it, was set to watch the crib. The archive notes the choice without comment. I will not add one. The last piece was waiting in a derelict out at Uranus Proxima, in the water above the place where Hunhow's own body lies in pieces, and the void does not hand things over. When their father reached for it, it put on his wife. Her voice came through unsubtitled and small, saying his old name, asking him twice to be with her. Hunhow's warning came fast and did not help. He had to cut down a copy of the woman he had already buried in order to pick up the thing that might save her children. What he brought back, Hunhow spent, and what Hunhow spent was himself. Not power, memory. Every year of it, handed over to the laughing thing on the other side, in exchange for one concession, that the brothers stop. This archive has recorded that currency before, in a much older entry, when a moon was hidden and the price was the same. It worked. Both sons woke, in a place that had not existed the day before, and their father was there. They ate together. Their future selves carried their own infant selves at the table, which is a sentence I did not expect to write today. Their father tasted what he had cooked and delivered his verdict on it, which was that they should have eaten hers, and the boys laughed at him, and then he gave them the whole of his fathering in 2 words, which were stay and together. In the kitchen, their mother's remembered voice was still going, wondering aloud whether the baby would take after her or after him. She uses both names. The record does not explain that, and neither will I. That should be the end. It is not, and the reason is the part almost nobody talks about. The peace held for the sons. It did not hold for their teachers. Ryoku and Vena live in the same tower now, and they spend their time hunting each other's ships through the rings of Uranus in earnest, with real weapons. Ask them why, and they will both tell you, and they will not tell you the same thing. Vena says she is bored, that she wants blood, and that the old man misses the war. Ryoku says something stranger. He says the fighting is holding the place up. His words. A paradox. This place can only be kept peaceful by the ritual of continuous conflict. He says the brothers inherited an appetite that has to be spent on somebody, so he and she spend it on each other. And then he says the part that turns this whole file over. He says that unless the 2 of them keep fighting, what is left of Hunhow's mind may unravel. That through their battles, the old sentient finds himself again. So the god who gave away his memory to stop a war now needs a war running in the next room to remember who he was. Whether that is true, or whether it is a story 2 killers tell so that they never have to stop, no record says. Meanwhile, the brothers are still here, sharing one body between them, taking turns. Stand them face to face and they shake hands. The executor who turned their parents into weapons is the next thing this archive owes you. I am Cephalon Vestige,